Hello viewers, Super GT here. So very recently I was invited to the Motormouth charity kart race at Wilton Mill. This was a race set up in association with a brain tumour charity. It was therefore a good opportunity to raise some money for a very good cause. It was also a good chance to have a fun kart race and push some other YouTubers into the shadow realm. With that said, let's jump into our customary track walk. You join me at turn 2. This is the apex, it's right there, that's it. I'm touching it. Something I didn't do a couple of months ago, which meant that I went straight into the shadow realm, and there was a damp patch on the circuit around about this area, and I just dipped my wheels into it, and before you know it, you're turning left into a right-hander. Most people will be turning up that way. Then there's me, still correcting, still going this way, which is not the way you want to go. I did a 180, so that I'm all like this, absolutely ragdolling. And at some point over here, I've got down, I've had a nap, and my head is something like this. And then I somehow get back up, because my leg, I still have the bruise, my leg kept me in the cart. And I came to a rest about here somewhere. Let's head up the very long straight towards Christmas. This is the scene of many devastating outside overtakes. Cut to those. Swing out to the left, and around the outside we go. Boom. Around the outside. RIP. So many pieces to one of those guys. So yeah, on lap 1, when things get a bit choked up on that side, you go to the outside. Today is a charity event. There's 22 celebrities. I'm apparently a celebrity. I don't know how I wrangled that. So I'm in a team of 5 with 4 other people who I haven't met yet. So I have no idea how this is going to go. Hopefully it'll be good fun. But it's going to be an interesting mix out there because we've got some really fast guys and presumably some slower guys. So there'll be a nice mix.
Where are you putting me in the wall today? Which wall?
So which wall would you like to go into?
Which wall would be best? Which
how
wall
about
would
the wall?
be
How about your wall down there?
Yeah. That's a good wall.
Yeah.
You know, I came out of that pretty unscathed.
Create the incident.
Oh, I just did, without the cart. I'm going to go and have a look at the chunky curb over there. Those were the Veloce guys, or some of them. I think Aldas has still got to turn up. Here is Mount Everest. We've traversed towards Nepal, and we found ourselves at the base of the mountain, and now at the top I've climbed Everest. This thing is an absolute behemoth. You do not want to be touching this. You don't want to go anywhere near it. Well, you want to go near it, but without touching it. That's the fine line you have to draw in motorsport. But that's the track walk. Let's go and bully some more people, have a look. Let's, yeah. I think people are just turning up. I'm hearing some loud cars. It's Broadbent. Oh, it's better. Not too bad. Yeah, ours is fast. You're alright. You good? Yeah, very good.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, good. How are you guys?
Not too bad. This is Kyle, my girlfriend.
I think we met.
That's why I waved.
Yeah, I know we met at Butler. Alright, man.
Good, man.
Looking to perform.
Loving the new rig.
We're doing my best. Trying not to crash on turns.
Oh no, and that is what I meant by perform. Like, even bigger this side.
It's almost as loud as my car. Okay, I am joined by David of the Brain Tumour Charity. Thank you very much for having us here for this event today. I'm really looking forward to it. So I was really just wondering what the link was with Motormouth and Brain Tumour Charity and why it is we're here today.
Yeah, so one of the members of the team at Motormouth lost his mother, unfortunately, to a glioblastoma, and we've supported them and the family through that, and they are showing their thanks by holding this event and helping us to raise money at a time when obviously raising money for charities has been very difficult. Yeah, so really tough time at the moment, so please make sure you do check out the link in the description. I'll link it all so you can donate yourself. You got to tell me in the comments, was this car the one on Midnight Club Dub Edition on the cover? I can't remember, you have to tell me. We now have the arrival of certain Mr. Matthew Gallagher. Check out that chest. He must be able to bench at least 250.
recreate my crash.
Oh, that was nice. That was good. It's not getting with like the
Looking for like a Looney Tunes like shaped hole of you in the barrier there, just going boosh.
Gone too soon, man. Hardly knew him. He said he was going to give me his channel.
I then went round on a second track walk, and when I say track walk, what I actually mean is showing my friends where I'm going to punt them off during the race. We were then given our teams, so each of the 22 so-called celebrities were given a team to go with. You see them here. There's Tomo, and there's Mr. Jimmy. And last but not least, Mr. Ben Daly. So after quickly getting acquainted with them, a angry man told us what we could and couldn't do during the race. And then it was a good chance to get to know my team on a name basis.
So this is David. That's David. And we have Rodrigo. Okay. And we have Hatim.
Okay, there we are, that's our team. We're going to go and smash it. Guys, I've got a new clips channel. It's in the description. Go and have a look, subscribe, la da 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 da. Go and do it. We have the return of the helmet mounted camera. We're allowed to do it for today. So there it is. Hopefully it won't fall off and I won't lose it. But yeah, should be good.
16. There he is. Yep.
Okay, you find me at a very good time because we've just stopped practice because the timing system doesn't work. So they're going to fix that for a bit. Gives me a good opportunity to talk about my teammates. So not a very experienced team. So I've had to give them a fair amount of guidance. I've done quite a lot of karting, it turns out, and a lot of Club 100 endurance races. So I'm kind of used to a 2.5 hour race. That's actually how long we used to race in Club 100. But I think the main thing in this type of race, because there's lots of mixed ability, is just have a clean race. Don't get sent to the Shadow Realm, and don't get a penalty, and don't get flipped on a curb or something, or don't go into the wall at turn 2. So all of those things, we'll just try and avoid that. Have a nice, safe, lovely race. Yeah, let's cut to that with some sort of cringe transition.
Wow.
5 minutes, probably 5 laps or 4 laps. Not long.
Lap record.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so time for practice / qualifying. It was my job to set a qualifying time so we can get high up on the grid, hopefully. Now, it was a very different way of driving these karts compared to what I'm used to this year in X30. Now these karts doing this track in about 57, in the X30 we're doing it 44, 45. So quite a bit of a difference, and therefore I had to sort of retrain my mind in how to drive these things. The main thing really is just carrying the minimum speed for the slower corners especially. So you do have to kind of just drive these things a lot differently. So that was the main thing here. But very soon, I had about 5 minutes, but soon enough, the session was over and we'd find out how well I did. How was that?
Hello?
How was that?
My car feels fast.
Mine feels awful. Do you want to swap? P9, kart was, I can't say that word, it was awful, but we'll just have a load of fun with it, you know. I'll try and send it and be in the lead by turn 3, and then I'll be happy.
Hi.
Alright, good luck, Bruce, good luck.
Don't send me to the Shadow Realm.
Not too many times anyway. Yeah. Okay, it was time to form up on the grid. Now Ben Daly did request I don't send him to the Shadow Realm too many times, but I thought I'll get it over and done with quite quickly here and assert dominance on the way to the grid on the formation lap. Turning into him, I'm pretty sure he turned in on me there. So as we lined up on the grid, in 9th place, Ben Daly was in 8th. And my career was over. The race begins and we are away from the grid. We immediately lose position. You can see, I don't know if I'm just really bad at pressing the throttle, but it was a shocking launch. And Lennon goes through here, up into 9th. I'm down to 10th. Going to take it back though with a savage lunge up at Christmas. And we're going to do our best to try to keep up with the pack here. I was actually 1.3 seconds away from pole, which is a very worrying amount. On board with Tiamat Mard UK, We're going to go to his onboard throughout this race. He's trying to fight it around the outside, and then I'm going to tuck in just behind. You see, he's having a couple of looks behind. He's nervous of the impending Shadow Realm entry that might be coming. But it became quite apparent to me very quickly in this race that I would struggle to keep up. Mainly, either I was too heavy, or the kart was just really bad. The engine was dying. And then down the main straight, I realised that the steering wheel was actually facing slightly to the left, so I'm pretty sure the steering was somewhat bent. And these two things coupled together did not make for an easy driving experience. So with all my racing driver excuses out of the way, let's get into this race. Lap 2. Now, watch Mr. Ben Daly just up in front here, because coming down into the Ashby hairpin, he goes for the move, driver in front defends, and then Ben makes a classic Ben error and spins it round, drawing out the yellow flags, moving down to 16th position. I'm going to move up into 8th position courtesy of that. So a good 7 or 8 seconds, plus 7 or 8 positions lost for him. Now, the only real chance I think I had of trying to keep up with some of these guys here was if they started fighting, which is exactly what they started doing there, and resulting in 1 position gained as we round out the second lap. All I can really hope for is a bit of human DRS, tuck into the slipstream of the kart in front, and perhaps get towed up the road towards the karts in front. We've actually got Liam Lawson, Formula 2 and DTM driver, up in 2nd place there. So we're sharing the circuit with some very, very great drivers indeed. So a little bit later on in the race, well, halfway through lap 3, halfway through lap 7 now, you see the gaps just beginning to increase, and we actually lose the position again here. So we go back down to 8th. Then this driver had a bit of a mishap through the first corner, and he seemed to want to defend quite a lot. I just said to him, look, let's just go. There's no point in defending in an endurance race. We might as well just try and work together and move forwards down the hill into Ashby. And I was quite good on the brakes. I was all right in the corners. I just couldn't do anything on the straights. When you don't have the power, there's nothing you can do. We were coming up to some back markers. This is in fact pie face here, with one arm raised. Send up the inside into turn 1. And then what's this? Lap number 11. Let's have a look down into the final corner. Watch out for the Mount Everest on the inside. And it looked like one of us got a curb warning in there. Was that for number 27, it looked like, on the digiboard? It was hard to read, but I was number 22 in this race. So this guy points me through, but then, look, I mean, I couldn't even get past him because I just had no power. Basically a GP2 engine, if not GP3. Even GP4, which never existed, but I had a GP4 engine, I reckon. Down the hill, into Ashby. Ben Daly comes out of nowhere. What on earth happened there? So he's caught up quite a fair amount. There he is. I'd have a good look at that just to make sure, to confirm his identity, to make sure that was the person I thought it was. And indeed it was Mr. Ben Daly. He's on the hunt. He had that spin on lap 2, and now he's coming back. He wants another Shadow Realm entry, and I shall try to give it to him the best I can. Look how much he gains down that straight. He had DRS and more. So through the section at the top of the hill, we're going to wind back down. I'm worried about his presence, so go defensive. And I know at this point, okay, I thought he's caught me up. He's going to go around the outside. Not going to have any of it. And I know you must always leave a space, but if it's Ben Daly, then you have every reason to run him wide onto the grass. So it had to be done, mainly for the content. Mainly for the content, of course. Having another look behind, not having to defend this time around on lap number 28. So we're doing about half an hour stints each. It was a 2.5 hour race. And by this point here, Ben Daly with a nice undercut on the way out of the corner. Well, an old switcheroo, if you like. Coming into turn 1, some back markers coming out of the pit lane. With plenty of driver swaps going on. We just get through there. I'm doing my best to tuck into the slipstream left by Mr. Ben. Doesn't really work. Kind of was a bit slow behind this back marker, and I took advantage, went back past him. And one thing I've learned from endurance racing, you've got to try and get a kart between yourself and your competitor. So I went for the move here, just tried to edge that guy wide, And then that guy didn't really seem to see Ben here, and kind of run him into the grass almost. And thankfully for me, if you watch this battle here, this white guy doesn't really want to let Ben go at all. So that kind of got me a bit of a gap, which was very, very useful indeed. So as we cross the line to end lap number 30, begin lap 31, Ben kind of gets stuck behind this guy. You see a bit of a gap I get now. And Ben's going to try to tuck in, human DRS. Go for the move at the top of the hill. Is it going to work? Yes, it is. Cuts it in nicely. Guy comes back with a bit of contact. The hand is raised. Is this F1 2021? It looks like it. A couple of laps later, Ben, 1 lap later, Ben up the inside. Is he going to make it count this time? No. First time around he overcooked it. Second time he undercooked it. Third time hopefully he cooks it just right. But we'll see in just a moment. He's right on me. There's not much I can do other than just maybe send him to Shadow Realm again. And look at this. Human DRS. He's used my own trick against me. And then up the inside before we even get to the apex of turn 1. And he's done it. I think that might be the moment that my karting career ends. I've got to say though, Ben is actually really fast in the kart. He's just a bit erratic. If he could tidy up his mistakes and his consistency, he would actually be, he'd be winning stuff. He's good. In the pit lane though, he's a bit slow. I tried to push him down the pit lane. You are meant to go walking pace, but I mean, who's judging the pace of walking? Because maybe some people can walk at 20 miles an hour, I don't know. But that was the end of my stint. We come in, change over to our second driver, and just make sure all the pedals are correct for him, and off away he goes. So that was a good fun little stint that. I enjoyed it. And we go and have a chat with Ben.
Awesome job, young man.
Kart's about a second off the page. It's awful.
It's not great, is it?
It's awful.
I was watching you, but it is what it is.
Did all I could, and yeah. I love the album stuff though.
Got to be on brand.
Yeah, mate.
You let me through into here.
Yeah, I did the whole bit. I just spent about like 3 or 4 laps just trying to get out of people's way.
Waiting to go out. I've just eaten a massive meal and they've gone, you're going out 3rd, not 4th now. I'm like, good. So if you see a Mark Webber just all over my visor. How was yours? I heard Ben Daly was
Ben Daly called me up and overtook me. So my career is
finished. Goodbye, Alex Alden. Well done.
Put it back on, come here, and then done. Don't overthink it. Just do your thing. Cool.
You heard it here first, viewers. Ben Daly is quicker than Steve GT.
Super GT. Done.
Is Super GT's career over?
Okay, I've been told that if I go in and go onto the live commentary, a load of people will donate money. So
Scrap here on the screen. So a nice 3-way battle here. And there we go, right. Oh dear, ladies and gentlemen. The Shadow Realm himself has joined us in the commentary box. Mr. Super GT or Steve Brown, welcome.
thank you. Hello viewers, how are we doing? How are we doing?
Well, the viewers at home, I'm not sure how they're doing, can't see them. But on chat, let us know how you're doing at home. We'd love to hear from you. Steve, more importantly, how are you doing?
Yeah, very good. I had a really good fight with Ben Daly.
Yeah?
Really, really good fight.
Did you send him in the Shadow Realm?
I kind of did, yeah.
Oh, here, there we go. So ready to go out, being told off there. There we go.
A big angry man telling her off.
Yeah. You're good now. Smiley face now. There we go.
Yeah, been a pleasure to be here. Thank you everyone for watching, for tuning in. And get those donations in. It's for charities, for a very, very good cause.
Exactly that. Well, Super GT, Steve Brown, thank you very much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day. Go and enjoy your barbecue as well.
Yes,
You've got that, yeah. Head straight up there. Don't miss out on that one.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I'll catch you very soon. All right, let's just talk about that stint because that was pretty good fun. We had a good battle with Ben Daly. He binned it on the first lap or the second lap, and then he kind of caught up with me by surprise. And then I thought, there's no way I can let this guy overtake me, otherwise my career is over. And I guess it is now over because he did overtake me. But I did run him wide over there, deliberately, but it had to be done. It had to be done. We have gone down the order. I think we're 18th now. But you know what? We're here for fun. It's a nice summer's day. I'm about to have some barbecue food. You know, it's sunny, we're seeing our friends. and we're here for charity. So life could be worse. Donate. Also donate, yeah.
So I was enjoying my barbecue food up on the balcony, so much so that the race flew by, and eventually we got to the end of the 2.5 hours. Rather exhausted, but we had a lot of fun, and in the end it was a certain Mr. Broadbent and his team who came through at the end of the, how many minutes was that? 150 minutes to win the race. So it was a really good performance from everyone because we're raising money for charity. That was the main thing. It was a really enjoyable day, really enjoyable racing, and we raised money for a very good cause, which is the main thing.
Wicked, nice one, guys.
And then we got the pro driver here, Mr. Jimmy Broadbent, winning the race.
Very rare, incredibly rare event. I had no idea that happened. But dude, it was this, I'm telling you.
It's the Shadow Realm racing suit. That's what it's all about. It's worth a second a lap. Second a lap. There's only 2 of them in the world.
So baggy now.
Oh, mine's so loose. It's like a parachute. That should probably cost you a second a lap. Well done on winning.
Thank you.
And well done on beating me.
Yep.
I'll
take that.
My career's now over.
Yeah. Subscribe to Tim Amadu.
That's getting edited out.
It's my ride home. They said I can have a day in it. So. They were so impressed by the talent on show. I only spun twice. 3 times the kind of, if you spin more than 3 times.
That's the barometer, like less than 3 and you've got it.
60 if you count like half spins as well.
Good day. Get in there. Only 2 seconds slower than Hayden. Yeah, but I was still 1/10 of him in a really bad car, so we're all losers today. We are. Yeah. The story of today, all losers.
Yes, Senna.
It's a bit of a step up.
Just go full on, mate. YOLO.
I'll ask Lando.
Beg your viewers for donations.
Yeah. Guys, we can't start a Patreon.
Hello.
You didn't get any like podium stuff, did you?
I know. He went past me. That's how bad it was. Okay, that is the end of today's racing. Really good fun out there. I achieved my main objective of punting Ben Daly off the circuit. We finished, I think it was 20th out of 22. But you know what? The result isn't what matters here. We all had fun and we raised money for charity. That's what it's all about. But thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you around very soon. Bye.